Hi, y'all. Here we are at the gate of the crown when Venus and the moon conjunct on February 22nd, 2022. And this is the gate of the crown. Venus is in her morning star conjunction, and this is the first Venus-moon conjunction since the Venus-sun conjunction. Or since Venus has been out of her retrograde cycle. So, oh my goodness, the crown! The crown is our connection to divinity. It's our connection to God and the divine. It's our connection to our higher self, the crown gate, the gate of the crown. Our crown is right here, and I believe that our hair is our glory, our crown. And the colors of the crown is white and violet. Actually, violet is the closest to white in the light spectrum, and that makes violet, it's like the highest divinity color. So yeah, the crown chakra. And with this series, we are heading into hell with this series. So I will talk about 6 signs that your crown chakra is not doing well. So these are 6 signs to look out for your crown chakra. And the first sign is depression. Depression means that you have an inactive crown. And, you're closing off your crown. You're closing off yourself to divinity and God. And that you will get depressed. And another sign that you are closing off your crown is apathy. You begin to become apathetic. So if you notice that you're becoming apathetic, then you might be closing yourself off to your higher self and to God. Another sign of crown issues is skepticism. So if you find yourself being very skeptical about everything, again, you might be having issues with your crown. You might want to look into crown healing. And if you know someone who is very, very skeptical, now you can look at them different. You can understand, they're closing themselves off to God. They're closing themselves off to divinity. So maybe that's why they're so skeptical. And number 4, it's hard for you to meditate. If you find it really difficult to find time and to sit down and meditate, you're just going, mind bouncing off the walls, you can't focus at all, you might be having some crown issues, and you might want to look into healing your crown. And number 5, when you begin to feel chaotic and you don't believe that there is a divine order, you feel like life is just chaos and it just happens to me, like those kind of feelings is a sign that your crown is inactive and needs healing work. And finally, number 6, the last one is not communicating to your higher power, not praying, not connecting to divinity. You're obviously not connected to divinity if you're not connecting, if you're not even making an attempt. You're not trying to pray, you're not trying to connect to a higher power. So that is a sign of an inactive crown. So, and also, yeah, just like, I said, for skepticism, this is something to look out for other people, Oh, they have a blocked crown, And I'm not saying look out for them, like go and tell them, hey, you got a blocked crown, you need to fix it. No, it's just, okay, I know why he's acting that way, kind of thing. So, yeah, and there are foods that can help us with the crown. There's foods that will help us with every chakra. And most of the foods are related to the color of the chakra. And like I said, the crown is violet and white. Because white is, it's the color of divinity, I think. Violet and divinity and white. So what foods are violet and white? Well, actually, the rules of the foods for the chakras are a little bit different for the crown. And for the crown, clear is very good. So, one of the first foods for the crown is not a food. And pretty much all the foods, well, most of the foods are not food. But yeah, for the crown, the best food is water. Water is so healing and so good, and especially pure, clean, clear water. Really good for you. So if you find that you had any of the signs of an inactive crown, drink some water, you know. That's one thing that'll help you. Another thing, another food that is not a food that is good for the crown is fasting. And science has proven that there are many, many health benefits for fasting. But, you know, you have to do it in a certain way. And I am not a health expert in any form or fashion. So please, you know, if you want, you can look into fasting. So if you had any of the crown issues, you might want to look into fasting or intermittent fasting. Different ways to fast. And another food of the crown that is not a food is breath. Breath is the food of the crown, doing breath work. And oh my gosh, I can say for me, this has been a lifesaver. Just learn to breathe deeply. Just do it. I do 12 breaths in the morning and 12 breaths in the evening, and it is so beautiful. Food for the crown. So yeah, breath. And actually, dark leafy greens are very, very good for the crown. So dark leafy greens are really, really good for the crown. And also, broccoli and garlic and potatoes are good for the crown. Again, with the garlic and potatoes, white. So that's very good and healthy for the crown. So yeah, there you go. Foods that are good for healing your crown. And animals that are good for healing the crown. Again, it's like animals that are not really animals. And yeah, so the crown animals, the number one animal for the crown is the enlightened human being. Because, yeah, of course the enlightened human being would be the animal for the crown. And the enlightened human being can help us heal our crown. And I mean, it makes perfect sense. And the other animal for the crown is the birds, especially white birds, because they're the color of the crown. And I guess purple birds. Are there purple birds? Yeah, birds are the animal for the crown. They are very spiritual, and I think that birds bring us spiritual messages. I think birds bring us spiritual messages, and wouldn't that make them angels? So maybe angels are also the animal of a crown. I don't know. And another animal of the crown is the butterfly, or should I say the caterpillar, because it's the caterpillar who does all the work and is willing to undergo the transformation. The butterfly just emerges and lives. But the caterpillar does all the work and is willing to dissolve itself to become a higher being. That is an animal for the crown. So yeah, if you want to have animals around to help you heal the crown, look for enlightened human beings. Maybe have some birds, or grow some butterflies and set them free. Grow some caterpillars into butterflies and then set them free. It's a beautiful activity that'll help you connect to your crown and to see more of the divinity in your world. Yeah, the crown chakra connects us to divinity and the oneness of all. It helps us to see the oneness of us and the allness of love. The crown chakra is our connection to divinity, and I think that it's beautiful. So, yeah. There you go. I have given y'all a little bit of information about the crown as we go through this Venus crown gate. And I wish you all the best love and light. I thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this short video. Thank you so much. And as always, Be blessed with love.